Hello and welcome to Fitzgerald Podcast. I'm John Fitzgerald, and today we're talking about innovation. I'm here with Stephen Tack. Stephen Tack is an information technology analyst at Capital One in Richmond. He's also a close friend of mine. Today we're going to discuss a new innovation in the social network world. It is something corporations like Capital One have started to adopt. Forbes believes it's a social fabric that sparks new passion and increases innovation. So Stephen, what is a pulse site?
A pulse site is a social media outlet that works enterprise-wide throughout Capital One. What that kind of means is it is used by all departments, both on the business as well as the IT or even the call center. Everyone's linked in the system. This also includes contractors as well as associates.
How have these pulse sites improved communication? Do you think the business has actually benefited from it?
I would say so. It allows, like I was saying, allows you to see every department and every team can build their own pulse site, as well as every individual themselves can kind of build their own individual outlet or brand to kind of express where they've came from professionally or where they went to school, things like that. You can follow people or be followed. So it's a good way to kind of express and brand yourself as well as see what other people are doing.
It sounds a lot like social networks like Twitter and Facebook. Is there any way that it actually differs from them?
So it differs, well, actually it has a lot of the same functionality. Like Facebook, you can have your own page that you kind of describe yourself. People can post and comment things. You can follow. It has the same Twitter-like capabilities as being able to follow either teams, departments, people, things like that. So I think it has a lot of the same functionality, and I think that helps a lot, especially because like our director and vice president encourage us to both follow our department ourselves as well as follow horizontal lines of business. Like, so I'm in a horizontal service, so which means I work across different lines of business, my team. So I am actually aligned to, within my team, I'm aligned to the commercial bank side. So I'm encouraged to follow commercial bank and what they're doing. So I get kind of all the new news that comes from them, as well as I can get all the new news that comes from my quality services department, what new things are happening, what new innovations they're doing, if a new tool is being created, if a new kind of project is being initiated by the commercial bank, I can follow that. So that kind of gives me a little foresight and the ability to forecast kind of where our company's going, especially what I need to focus on myself to align to that.
My next question relates to Capital One and as far as its younger environment. From what I've heard, Capital One does have a younger environment, and how does this innovation play its role with the older and younger generations? Is it primarily the younger generations, or are the older generations starting to partake in this as well?
A lot of the appeal, at least from people my age, in their early and mid-20s, is the appeal to Capital One is that it's a very flexible work environment. There's a lot of younger people. There's a lot of easy communication between everyone. It's kind of a fun environment in the aspect that there's a lot of things to do on campus. Where I work is like a 7 or 8 building complex, essentially, that has cafeterias like Starbucks, things like that. A lot of good outlets that you can easily talk to people from all works of the